What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course for the next putter, and we have the stabilizer back out. I'm interested to see if the stabilizer is the right disc because it's flying pretty well so far. We're testing it against the Discmania P4. The Discmania P4 is a slight retooling of the Razor Claw Tactic mold. A little bit more of an aggressive shape, possibly a little bit of a higher parting line, so faster, but possibly more overstable. It has the numbers 4203, whereas the stabilizer is 3303. So let's see which one we like better. Let's go ahead and throw the stabilizer first. We are starting from the short pad. A tight flex here. Okay. Well, that's not what we want. A little early on the release. First 2 throws out of the car. I did a couple of warm-up swings, but I am not warm yet. Yeah, I guess P4 taking the first point. Hopefully I can get warm soon so I can actually throw some good shots. So P4 with 1 point up over the stabilizer. This hole, I think in the last stabilizer video, stabilizer versus envy, I went flex here, but we're not going to go flex. We're going to try to just throw them flat and hard and see if we can make it around the corner. I'm not sure if I can, so this is testing if I can, and also how do the discs hold up to some pretty good backhand power. It made it around the corner but caught some of the back branches. That's beatable, but I don't know where the stabilizer is going to end up on this hole. Absolutely perfect. That might be parked. P4 is probably just a tiny bit too high. Well, it also faded a little bit earlier than the stabilizer. It's a faster disc. It's a 4-speed versus a 3-speed. It's not quite as deep, but it does have dome. But the wing says it should be more stable. So let's keep throwing it. I think, yeah, stabilizer's parked. I gotta find the P4. P4 is probably too overstable for the slot. So the stabilizer and P4 both with a point. This hole, we're gonna try the tight flex that we were trying on hole 1, but this time we're gonna add some power to it, and there's nothing really in the way. This is just to kind of keep it from going too far left without throwing the pure hyzer line. Stabilizer has the box. We want to see a full S. That's perfect. That's like pin high, 15, 20, right? That's perfect. And that one circled the pin. So P4 is going to, I didn't flex the P4. It came out flat. I mean, well, yeah. P4 takes the point because it's closer to the basket. But this is where we're getting into the, is it closer to the basket because it's closer to a mid-range? Or is it closer to the basket because it's actually a better throwing putter? And in this instance, I think it's just too fast. It doesn't have... So it might go the same distance as the stabilizer, but the stabilizer has putter flight to get there, whereas the P4 has a little bit more overstable flight, more typical of a stable mid-range than necessarily a stable putter. So P4 with a point, but also it's not looking good for the P4. So the P4 has 2 points, stabilizer just with 1. This hole's gonna be another tight flex. But the consequences for fading out too early are a little bit more severe here. So the slightly straighter shot of the stabilizer from the last hole might actually be what we're looking for on this hole. Because I think I might have to actually like put the P4 on a lot of anhyzer, which could throw off my release for this fairway. Or I just hit a tree because it stabled out too fast. Well, also stabled out too fast. But it was closer to the line I actually wanted the disc to fly on. So stabilizer with the point here, similar to hole 1 or the very first hole where both of them hit trees. It's just one of them turned out as a better release. Here the stabilizer had the cleaner release. So stabilizer with 2 points, tying it up. Let's go, should we even try a forehand? Because I don't really forehand the stabilizer that much, but I mean, I guess we should probably try it just to see what it's capable of. So they're tied up, and we are going to throw a forehand, and this is one where I think the stabilizer might actually do a touch better as far as control, because this one is so flat. The stabilizer is just very, very, very flat on top, whereas this P4 has a soft dome. Which for forehands, the flatter you can get a disc, the more reliable it is. So I think the stabilizer is going to be better at a forehand. So we're going to try to make them finish pretty much straight down the fairway. So a little bit of flex for these. These are putters. We're looking for putter distance. We're not looking for mid-range distance. If we make it to the basket, it might have gone too far because this is supposed to be a putter shot. I'm using the fairway because the fairway is good, but I don't need to make it all the way. That's so easy to control. Just a touch, a baby hair of anhyzer and a little flick, perfectly right in the middle where we wanted it. So if this was a par 4, or if we're having to scramble and we need to just get it out into the middle of the fairway, this is a great disc. What about for the P4? So the dome on the P4 actually made it come out with more anhyzer, which put it off the fairway, which is not where we want it to be. So stabilizer takes the forehand point, but that's kind of an asterisk point. Because I don't really throw this slot forehand very much. I mainly go pyro or rhino. I either go faster or slower. So which one of these is better to backhand? They're pretty consistent backhand. Forehand, I think the stabilizer is always going to win out just because of the shape and how flat it is. But I mean, other runs to P4 might come out flatter, so, you know, tomato, tomato. Hey, first time all year, this has been cut, so I don't even need to raise the tripod. It's high enough already. The stabilizer, I think, is going to win out on this battle. And just overall. But this is more where we get into the realm of personal preference. And I don't like 4-speeds. The 4-speed approach discs, none of them work right. None of them feel right for me. None of them fly the way that I'm expecting them to fly. And I could try to do something different, but I'm not looking for a disc that everybody throws and I'm going to change my game to fit that. I'm looking for the right discs for my game. And 4-speed approach discs, just, they're not the right disc. They're not the right disc. We're gonna go backhand flex here, try to make it all the way there. It's pretty calm right now, but if it does pop up, it is a headwind. Okay, I turned that one a little bit much, but I made it to the back wall, which is 300 feet away. So I guess if you get an overstable enough disc and you give it a lot of anhyzer, it'll kind of flex out really far. See, that's the right shot for the P4, but that's also the right shot for the method, the balance, the pyro. That is the overstable mid-range shot. The straight mid-range shot. We'll go throw the last hole and close it out. But yeah, the stabilizer is personal preference wise better. But if you're looking for an approach disc, P4 is not a bad one. You know, I was gonna throw the drive, and then the wind is the wrong wind for putters on this hole. So we're down here. We're just gonna throw the upshot. This is about where the drop zone is. We can just see the basket, so you can see the baskets. You know where we're throwing at. The P4, I will say this. The P4 and the tactic and all of that from Discmania is one of the more overstable and, for me, easier to control 4-speed approach discs. And I have trouble controlling most zones. So this is one of the easiest to control approach discs that I've ever thrown. I just don't have a need for it. It doesn't fit what I want. It's great at it, what it does. That's not what I want. So we'll keep searching to see if we can find anything else, but I think the stabilizer might actually be what I want. It's flying really good. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all of that down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with your subscriber-only giveaways, and definitely helps me out as well. And if you want to be automatically entered into monthly giveaways, check out the memberships. Until next time, see you out on the course.